Episode 3 of Trading Up. We have so much work to do, so we can't mess about. We're in the business frame of mind, which means we need to commute into work, don't we? So here we are, hardly drivable. I put some petrol in it since the last time, so hopefully she'll actually get us there this time. But who knows, eh? Oh, she fired straight up. Right. Oh, did you just see that? She just spat a load out the side there. What's she doing there? Oh my god, it's nothing but trouble at the minute. I need a more reliable commuter. Right, off we go. Episode 3. Oh, more washing out. Ignore this Kawasaki, that's nothing to do with us. I'm sorting that out for a friend, I've just sold it for him. Whoa. Oh my god. Ah! It is the worst bike in the world to ride. Right, but we made it. Right, we need to go and do some serious work now. Commuting's stressful, but can't all be easy. Let's do some work, guys. Guys, welcome back to episode 3 of the £100 Honda CB500. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit nervous today because the little CB is going in for an MOT. And you get that horrible feeling that you think, have I forgotten something? Is there going to be an issue? Is he going to pick up on something? So today we are going to find out if this little £100 bike passes the MOT. So fingers crossed. And if it does, that means we can also test ride it today. I've been itching to ride this bike, not just to see what it's like, just to make sure that everything's running okay with it. So that would be great if it passes the MOT. So please, guys, keep your fingers crossed. And if it does, we test ride it, everything's fine, we can come back and discuss the money. How much do we think this little bike is worth? Quite a few of you made a few guesses in the comments. Some of you are a way off, and some of you I think are absolutely bang on. And some of you I'd say are probably a little bit more than what I think, but it's worth what it's worth, right? And that's a subjective question. It might be worth more to me than to you, or to you to someone else. So we're going to find out, but the best thing we can do, get it down the MOT station, see what the MOT tester thinks about it. Would it be strapped in properly if you don't give it a shake and say, that's going nowhere? Right, we're in the van and we're ready to go. Let's get down to the MOT station, which is in Croydon, so this will be fun. Here she is, let's get her in for the MOT. Cool, I'm a little bit nervous. And that's not just because I'm in the middle of West Croydon. Right guys, we're at the MOT station. She's about to go and do battle with the MOT tester, so fingers crossed she passes. I've been through it with a fine tooth comb, so yes, if everyone in the, everybody watching could keep their fingers crossed, it'd be much appreciated. Right guys, I'm going to do a little bit of shopping in the supermarket while I wait for the bike to finish its MOT, and then I'll join you back home. I won't bore you with me loading it all up and all that good stuff. I think we'll cut to being straight back at home, and then we can get on and do the test ride if it's past the MOT. I'm quietly confident, but you just never know. There's great news. We have an MOT for the old girl, and she's got no advisories either. So to say I'm pleased is a little bit of an understatement. Even the MOT tester said he hadn't seen one of these for quite a while, and when he normally does, they're a little bit rough. So he said it's actually a decent one, which is nice to hear from an MOT tester. They're not normally there for a compliment, so that's kind of a nice thing to hear. But anyway, we are going to test ride the little Honda CB500 that I paid £100 for. We've done all the work, but we haven't actually test ridden it to make sure it's all okay, because it hasn't been legal to, so now we can. So is all of this work we have done for absolute no point whatsoever? Well, we're going to find out. Very excited. I'm very excited. Oh, the clutch is really good. That's a plus point. Clutch is really good. Oh, she's smooth. As I say, she hasn't been run out for since it passed its MOT the last time, which I don't actually know when. I will insert here, but it was a good couple of years ago at least. But so far, don't tempt fate, Ben, don't tempt fate. Oh, it's really smooth actually for a little twin. For a little twin cylinder bike, it's quite smooth. She's revving fine, which is good. There's no flat spots that I can feel at the minute. Okay, well the choke is totally off now. And she's ticking over beautifully and smoothly with no revs whatsoever. She's got a little bit of pep in her step actually, I'm quite surprised. I'm just listening out for any funny noises or anything that feels awkward or not quite right, but so far everything seems okay. Coming up to a bit of a steeper hill here now as well, so that'll test her a little bit. Do you know what, I've test ridden a lot of newer bikes that are not as nice as this. I'm not naming any names. We're going to go through sort of quieter roads, because we'll be doing a lot of sort of stop starting on the clutch and stuff, just to see how she handles, if there's any sort of bogging down or any issues from the carbs whatsoever. I am really pleased so far, but you know me, I hate tempting fate, because she has been sat for quite a long while. Let's give it a bit of beanage. Oh, she picks up nice. Well, we started with a bike that didn't run, and now we have a running bike with an MOT ready for its next owner, which we will discuss all of that when we get back to the summer house, because we have to talk turkey. We've got to talk about how much we are going to ask for this bike. There's been so many guesses in the comments, and a lot of you know your stuff, which, to be honest, I'm not surprised. I'm just trying to go slowly as well, just to feel how she is on the throttle. Make sure the revs drop correctly as well. There's nothing worse than a bike that's hunting. There she is, look, just ticking over. Absolutely as smooth as they come, which is fantastic. What we will do is we'll have a quick jump off the bike and have a walk around, just to make sure there's no leaks or anything like that, because we don't want any coolant leaks or any issues or problems, do we? So we'll pull over here and have a bit of a goosey gander. She goes into neutral nice and easily as well. The gearbox is lovely. There's no leaks at all. It's as smooth as they come, isn't she? Normally these are not the quietest of engines anyway, but this isn't a bad one at all. Normally they always sound a little bit rattly, but not this one. This one sounds good. There are no leaks, everything is as it should be. Okie doke. We really want to get it right for the next owner, guys. It's not just about making the money. I know that's goes against the whole point of the Trading Up series, but it isn't. It's about the new owner getting a a great bike as well. But a bike that otherwise may not have been put back on the road for whatever reason. So it's very important that we get it right. And you know you've got it right when you think to yourself, I really like this bike, I'd keep it myself. And that's exactly how I feel right about now. It's actually quite sad because I quite like to keep it, but we've got to trade up because we're going to get a brand new bike. So there's nothing easier to ride than a Honda CB500 of this era. They really were built like little tanks as well. They could be a little bit easier to work on though. Most Hondas, I mean even the Fireblade, the CBR 900 is way easier to work on than this bike. So I suppose they didn't expect it to ever go wrong. They thought no one's ever going to take that apart. But we did, we've given it a full once over. I'm happy with that test ride. There's no inkling of issues, because you know sometimes you might test ride a bike and go, that's not quite, that doesn't feel quite right, the throttle response isn't quite right, or there's just something about it isn't quite running 100%. Most people probably wouldn't pick up on it, but because you know the bike, you know that that's something's not right. So but I'm really happy with the way the test ride went. So for a first shakedown after a good long while, I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased for the new owner as well, whoever does end up buying this bike, because they're not going to be left wanting, and that is important to us. Just tick over beautifully. Oh, we give it a bit of beans down here. We'll get hard on the brakes as well. Yeah, there's nothing I'm concerned with at all. Nothing, not one thing. So I think we can safely say test ride completed it, mate. Very pleased, very pleased. Right, let's get back, talk money. Okay guys, we're back from the test ride, and I must say it was a rather successful test ride. I'm a little bit in love with the little Honda CB500. She ran like an absolute dream. She rides beautifully. The new owner's quite lucky to own this little bike, I will be honest, but it's not all bad news for me, because I have purchased a new motorcycle for myself. It is a bit of a regular occurrence that I do things like that, but you probably see in the Market Watch video, I was talking about wanting a newer bike. I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy something a little bit newer, something that is totally reliable, something that will start on the button fantastically. So do you know what I did? I went and bought one from 1978. So I'd like you all to guess what I bought. That's the only clue you're going to get. It's a 1978 motorcycle. I am totally in love with this bike, 100%. I'm going to do a full video on it. But yeah, I wanted to let you know and just tease you a little bit. So there she is under the cover. And that is all I'm showing of it at the moment. But anyway, back onto the little Honda CB500. Let's talk money. Okay, let's get down to it, shall we? So, this little motorcycle cost us £100. The service kit was £42.99, so that included plugs, oil filter, air filter, etc. That didn't include oil. So oil was another £24.99. I do get a little bit of sort of trade discount on this as well, which is good. Indicator was £20.34. The MOT was £29.99, and it had no advisories. I'm gloating a little bit on that, which is fantastic. And we're going to throw in £35 here for fuel as well, which includes a little bit in the van, which to be honest is probably no more than £5 or £6. And we're going to give the new owner a full tank of fuel as well, because we're generous like that. So our total spend on the little Honda CB500 is £253.31. Obviously that doesn't include time, labour and whatever else. That is just the cost it's cost to buy the bike and get it to this high standard with a full tank of fuel. So I would say that's pretty good going. Yeah, so 253.31. So what you're more probably interested in is what it's worth. There's been loads of guesses in the comments, loads of sort of ideas and whatever else. And to be honest, a lot of you know what you're talking about anyway. I mean, they do range. You can have the absolute scrapper from 800 quid, and you can have the top job to 2,000, and even more than that if it's a super low mileage one with 5,000 miles, an absolute minter. But we're going to place it somewhere in the middle. I think if we held out, I think we'd get £1,500 all day long for it. But I'm not going to be greedy at all. I'm not going to do that, and I'd rather it go to a subscriber, is what I'm wanting. To be honest, I've been a little bit bombarded with emails about this little Honda CB500, and there's quite a few people that want it. So we're going to pitch our way, yeah, a little bit below the 500. So we're going to sort of range from 1,100 to sort of 1,400, around that sort of way. So anywhere in that, if it's a subscriber and they're going to buy it, look after it and love it, then anywhere in that sort of range would be good. We'll try and make £1,000 profit is what we're going to try and do around about that, because we need a bit of a jump up to go for our next bike. So yeah, we're going to aim for around that sort of money. So anywhere around that, I'd be really happy with. But to be honest, I think it's worth £1,500 all day long. A lot of you have said that in the comments as well, and I believe that. And it's a rarer bike now. It's got the drum brake. It's one of the early ones, and it's a nice one. It's been looked after. It's done 45,000 miles, but let's be honest, it's 30 years old, but it runs beautifully still. I've seen these with 150,000 miles on, so that's not a concern, and this one is a good one. So I'm really pleased, guys. So yeah, all we can do now is look to sell the bike. So sad, but we've got to keep trading up because we need that brand new bike. So the next time you will see this bike, I'm hoping it will be with the new owner, and I will then be able to show you what we've traded up to. But there have been quite a few people in the comments that have said to me, well, Ben, I've got no knowledge on doing this sort of stuff, and I don't know how to tinker with a motorcycle, whatever else. So in the next one, I'm going to do something a little bit different. So bear that in mind now, because that will give you a bit of an idea of where I'm going with the next trading up bike. So sad time, but also a happy time. So guys, I'll see you in the next one.